Hello, this is Bill Webb, aka Billy Indiana. Today I'm going to do an unboxing for a recent Kickstarter arrival, and it is Lockup, the Breakout expansion. I also picked up the base game and some other goodies, so if you're curious to see what I have in this recent arrival, stay tuned. So here you can see all that came in my version of the Kickstarter. I got the expansion, which was new, and I didn't have the original, so I went ahead and picked this up. And then I got the acrylic pieces as an add-on, and then these extra cards as an add-on as well. Let's go ahead and start with the base game, and then we'll move on out to the rest of it. So slide these things out of the way for a second. Lockup, a role-player tale, is by Stan Kordonskiy. I believe he did Dice Hospital. I know he did Rurik, and another Kickstarter coming soon, Endless Winter. Also a recent Kickstarter, Resurgence, so quite a few games under his belt, and Lockup is one that I haven't played, but I'm excited to try. It says, when King Terran's loyal soldiers put down the Druggle invasion of Nalos, they threw the captured minions into Kolbak prison, where the enchanted gates and ruthless construct guards make escape all but impossible. Once every year, the king releases the toughest gang of prisoners into the Royal Colosseum. You play as a squadron of minions, gnolls, kobolds, bugbears, goblins, and insectoids that were captured on the battlefield and locked up in the Kolbak. But in 6 short weeks, King Terran will visit the prison, and he might give you the chance to fight for your freedom. Can you build a reputation and establish yourself as the leader of the prison's most powerful crew? All right, so that's the theme. It's ages 14 and up, 1 to 5 players, 90 minutes. And I love the Thunderworks sort of role-player environment. I love cartographers. My wife and I have been playing through role-player adventures, and so this just kind of completes the collection for us. We also have role-player with all the expansions. It's one of my favorite games, so let's see what's in this role-player original Lockup. I'll go pretty quickly through this one since it's the original. We'll spend maybe a little bit more time on the expansion. So here we've got the rule book, as is obviously traditional. We've got a nice game setup. Looks pretty much like the role-player style of formatting for the rulebook, so nothing too different or surprising there. Nice reference on the back. We've got some punch boards here. Punch board 1 of 4 here it shows. So we've got some characters here with the appropriate punch board pieces to represent those characters, I believe. And that's what the back looks like. We can see the gnolls and goblins on this one. Same thing with the back. We've got the insectoids and guards here. Same back appearance there. And then punchboard 4 of 4. Looks like some sort of rails here. Not sure what those are for, but it looks like it's got the 5 different factions here that we might be representing. Here we can see the game board, and this is Kolbak Prison. It's interesting to me to, as I said, I'm a big fan of this whole world, the role-player world. Hearing all these terms and things, having just played another round of adventure role-player adventures last night, really enjoying this. I can picture Kolbak Prison, and so I'm excited to try this. It's 2-sided, so it looks like up here in the corner we've got a 1 and 2. I'm assuming that means this is for 1 or 2 players, and then we can flip it over so you can see, yep, on this side up in the corner, 3 and 4 players, so scaling to the player count. Looks like a score tracker all around the edge. So there you go with the game board for Lockup. And then here we've got some kind of rails here. These plastic rails. Looks like prison bars here. So I don't know if these are places where you put your tiles to hide things or cards. Let's see. Let's take a quick look in the rulebook and just see with the component list if we can figure out what those are. Holding cells. A holding cell is a tray where each player's crew tokens sit, visible to them but hidden from their opponents. All right, very cool. So that's what these are, the holding cells. And then we've got a box of all kinds of little pieces here. We've got different colored cubes, I assume, to represent the different groups. We've got gray and yellow and blue and green. Looks like there's more green and fewer yellow, so there must be something about the different numbers there that's important. Got our silica pack here. Looks like we've got some sort of a horn and crown here. Oh, looks like my crown got broken. I have to see if I can apply a little bit of glue to that and get that popped down. But and then some kind of a horn here. See what those are used for as we learn the game. And then we've got some little discs here again to represent the different colored players: yellow, green, purple, red, and blue. All right, and then we've got some little clear, almost clear, kind of gray cubes here. We've got some red ones here. Not sure, again, having not played this, not sure what these are for. And then we've got some baggies underneath and some cards. All right. Let's see, Kolbach, Lockup, Endgame. Looks like there's some different backs on these. See if we can get these open and take a quick look at what's in these. I'm not sure, having not, again, read the rulebook or played the game. There's Instant. Got these purple backs, Leader, Trait, Instant, Leader. Okay, so it looks like the cards are all kind of just mixed up with the different backs. Not sure how they're going to play out in the gameplay, if I'm going to have to sort all these or if they're supposed to be mixed. Again, haven't read the rules, haven't played the game, so definitely excited to try it out though. So that's the first pack. Again, very mixed bag of cards there. See if there's definitely a different back on some of these. Let's do this without ruining one of these cards. There we go. So on these we've got this blue back for quite a few. And then we've got these in shackles cards here. So let's see what they look like on the other side. So here we've got these blue back ones. What do these look like? The construct guards I remember experiencing in the role player adventure. Hopefully that's not a spoiler. I don't think it really is. It's just one of the people you come across. And then dwarf, cultist, dwarf, ratman, bandit. So maybe other prisoners that you're going to be seeing or running into, demons, hobgoblins. Not sure. We'll see as we, again, learn the game eventually. And then let's check out this one. See if we can get that open. This one, there we go. Let's peel it first. All right. And it looks like this might be more like that first pack. There's end games. Okay. Oh, and then we've got some different colored backs here. Some that look with the castle, some that look like a construction table. So again, kind of mixed together. It's like these are maybe some pieces, locations, items. There's a, looks like a info card, player, yep. They're just kind of all mixed together. So I'll have to see if I'm supposed to sort these out. I'm sure those need to be sorted out. So yeah, those are the cards that come in the base game. Let's check these end games real quick here. So these are just words. Recruiter, be the first player to have 5 goon cards. Scrapper at game end, have the most items with a scrap cost. Evaluator, Smith, Beggar King, Dungeon Rioter, Pickpocket, Enchanter. So some different in-game goals there. Try to throw this stuff back in here for now and clean up some of it later. We'll get that a little bit out of the way here. And let's take a look at, well, before we actually get into, I'll keep this up here. Before we get into the Breakout expansion box, take a look at these cards here. So this was a little expansion pack. We got a leader card, an endgame card, and an instant card. So refined taste, double agent, mastermind. So I imagine we'll just mix those in. And then these have that purple backing. Book of Dungeon Poetry, Fitness Manual, Friends in Low Places, Swindlers, and Con Artists. So those are a 7-card pack that came as mini expansions. And then I think these are going to replace those punch-outs with the different characters. So the art looks pretty nice. These are kind of nice, chunky tiles here. See some of them a little more close up there. Different characters, I think, again, going to be represented. Now, you can see from the back what color they are. So I don't know if all the red ones are the same. Oh, nope, not all the red ones are the same. So we can see some different red ones right there. So even though you might see the colors, you don't know what's on the back. And I don't know if each player uses different colors or the same colors, but those acrylic tiles were also something that, I don't know if it was available otherwise, but it was a part of the Kickstarter as an add-on. So pick those up. All right, now let's check out this expansion, the Breakout expansion. This was what the Kickstarter really was that I backed, and I just ordered all this other stuff to kind of full out or flesh out the game. All right, this says, everyone in Kolbach has heard rumors of secret passages that run beneath the prison. Ages ago, the catacombs carved into these mountains were used to house fallen heroes. Queen Gymnax built a prison over this sacred site during the Great War, enclosing those ghosts and their treasure behind its walls. All right, 1 to 5 players, 14 and up, 90 minutes. And this is an expansion. I don't see it specifically said here that you need the original game, but I'm sure that's the case. All right, so let's set this off here to the side. We got our 2021 Thunderworks game catalog, and I have just about everything. Now, I don't know much about this theme parks game. I think it might be coming soon. Cape May is one I'd like to try. It's a recent release. Lockup is the one we're obviously looking at. I love Cartographers, and I have the Heroes expansion. And then, like I said, I've got the Role Player Adventures with the Nephris' Judgment expansion. Got all the role player with all the expansions. So pretty much everything except those two newest ones, Cape May and the other. Here we've got our expansion rulebook. We've got an overview and objective, expansion gameplay, expansion setup. And then it looks like just more information on the gameplay, game end, solitaire mode, and some notes and special effect icons there. Got a punch board, so it looks like maybe some more tiles, and hopefully those are in the acrylic one. I assume since it came with that Kickstarter that these are going to be found in there as well. Looks like just maybe a new character for each of the different colors and some other tracking tokens of some sort. And then I'm wondering if this is like an underground part of the, an addition to the base board. Looks like maybe an underground area in that prison. And then another baggie here. We've got some nice wooden tokens showing doors and blocked off doors, it looks like. So again, not sure. There's a ×2. Not sure what all these are going to be used for, but nice thick wooden chunky pieces. And then we've got these little plastic pieces here. See if we can figure out what these are called. There's one for each color. Not sure what they are, but let's see if we can find out real quick. Won't spend too much time, but we got lantern markers. All right, so these are the lanterns. And then we got tunnel markers. That's what the wooden things are. And then the loot tokens, I think, are the little punch board pieces. All right, and then we've got goon cards, guard cards, location cards, legend cards, and reference cards. So in this one, some more baggies here. We've got here are the smaller cards. Looks like they have the same back that we've seen before. And so we've got some purple backs and leaders and the construction and the Kolbach and traits and shackles. So the same mix of backs, I think, just with some new ones to shuffle in. So we've got different characters, different locations, different items, different in-game goals. And so you can see some of those things just quickly here. We won't go through all of them. Tomb Raider, Gilded Flask, Shapeshifter, Shroud of Stealth, Warmonger, Sacred Robes, Rich Minion, Poor Minion, Minion Mining for Dimwits, Secret of Kolbach Exposed, War and Peace. Okay, so those are some of the small cards. And then the last thing, we've got this bigger pack of cards. Let's see if I can get this open. And there were no bigger cards in the original game, so this is something new, apparently. Let's see what they look like. On the back, we can see hand on the hilt of a sword here for most of them, and then there's some player reference cards there. And let's take a look at what's on the other side. B143, Malfunctioning Guard, Ghost of Cathandor, Gimlix, Gundor, Jeremy Duntham, Jonas, Cur the Red, Masic, Anna Mercy, Maula, Nuck, Wreck, Rose, Scrack, Tarek Nowlin, Tobek, Tog, and Vrax. These are all, many of them are characters I've run across in Role Player Adventure. So Really cool how they've just integrated so much of the role player universe together into their variety of games. So I'm excited to try this out, the Breakout expansion, and again, get to play the original game, Lockup, for the first time. Really looking forward to getting this to the table. If you've played Lockup, or maybe you've even played the Breakout expansion, give me a heads up down in the comments. Let me know what I need to, or have a chance to look forward to as I get this to the table soon. If you have questions about it, you can also ask those, and once I get a chance to play, I'll be glad to come back and answer them. If you're a fan of the role player universe of games, tell me what's your favorite. If you've enjoyed this video, I would love it if you give it a thumbs up, and it would be terrific if you'd choose to also subscribe to the channel. And as always, thanks for watching. This is Billy Indiana, signing off.